everybody, welcome back to the brand new video. In today's video, we're going to go ahead and rip a box of cards from spring training. This is Lecom Park. It's the Pirates' home ballpark for spring training. It's located in Bradenton, Florida. And we went down there this weekend. So for the past few days, we've been just hanging out. Got to see Paul Skeens and Connor Griffin on Saturday. And then in today's video, we're going to rip a box of cards while watching Ronald Acuna Jr. There's my son and my wife. They're taking in the action from the shade. The other game that we were at, we were in the sun. So that, we didn't last the entire game because it was just so hot. So I decided to get some nice seats behind home plate. And this was our view. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. ripping a double. I thought that was a single. Looked like it was just right to the left fielder. But Acuna, in mid-season form, stretches it into two. Gotta watch. Acuna's been hurt a couple times. He got picked off right after this and just gave up. Didn't want to tear the MCL again. So I was glad to see that. I'm thinking Acuna's going to have a big year. And Jackson was just taking it all in. He was loving it. Looking all around, enjoying the sights and sounds of the ballpark. He is 10 months old today, and I think we got a big baseball fan here. Here's my wife recording this one. She did a good job. Ronald Acuna Jr.'s second at bat into a double play. And I had handed my phone off to her because she's going to be recording for the rest of this video because we're going to open a box of cards. Now, I didn't show you the box yet, but this is the first pack. It is 2026 Heritage. There's Jackson. This was tough. I'll tell you, opening a box of cards with a 10-month-old baby that wants to grab every single card was a bit of a challenge. He was sitting on my lap the whole time. And there he is. He reached in for the cards. There's Luis Angel Acuna on the chrome. So in this video, we've got a mega box of 2026 Heritage. Those mega boxes are about $50 a piece. I think it's a good value if you're going to rip some Heritage. I said mega box is what I would go with, and that's what I went with. There's Jake Mangum. He's out there playing. There's Jake Mizorowski. And how about a Jack Caglione? That's the best card so far. Jack Caglione on the chrome card right there. I mean, if this is a profit challenge, I'd hope to get my money back. The Caglione chrome, maybe $5 to $10. Not too shabby right there. And on to the next pack. This was the Pirates' last game of spring training. And it's always nice to go down there for the last weekend of spring training. As you probably know if you're a big baseball fan, if you go to spring training, the other team, the away team, is probably not going to bring their starters. At best, you can hope for 3 of their starters. All the stars always stay home. But if you go on the last weekend, the big boys usually travel. So the Braves brought their A team. You had everybody from Matt Olson to Austin Riley to Ozzie Albies. There's my son trying to grab that card. He wants that Jacob Wilson so bad. Had to kind of fight him for that one back and trade him for a Christian Yelich. I believe I gave him a Christian Yelich. He really wanted that one. But so far, nothing too crazy yet, just the Jack Caglione. So he gets this one. And is that the Yelich? And there it goes, right into the mouth. But anyway, yeah, if you go on the last weekend of the spring training, we got to see Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in the Blue Jays A lineup. So it was pretty nice. There's Ozzie Albies. And there's Paul Skeens. Got to see him pitch. He pitched 4 decent innings on Saturday. Got to see every pitch of that, which was nice. Only gave up 1 hit, which shouldn't have been a hit. It was misplayed by O'Neal Cruz. Completely flubbed the line drive. Somehow they gave him a hit on it. I don't know. Paul Skeens didn't seem to have his A stuff, but still pitched pretty well. I think the highest gun reading I saw from him was 96 miles an hour, which I was like, uh-oh, hope he's all right. Usually Skeens up there 99 to 100. But anyway, back to the pack. We've got Ellie De La Cruz right there. This is always cool, is to rip while we're in the stands. And I actually wasn't going to do this video. We also went off to a mall this weekend and we picked up some stuff from Lids. Got some fat packs and some hanger boxes. I was going to do a retail review, but a couple of the viewers came up to me and said, I sure hope you're ripping in the stands while you're down here. And I was like, no, I didn't do a video today. This was on Saturday. So I figured, you know what? Let's go ahead and rip one. Rip a box from spring training. What a view, by the way. There's not a bad seat in the house for spring training because it's such a small stadium. This is where the Bradenton Marauders play. It is a A-ball stadium. There we have Braxton Ashcraft, Pirates' 4th starter. And I've been coming down to spring training pretty regularly since 2008 was the first year I came down. I was coming down before that boardwalk was out there. There used to be a school where those left field bleachers are over there. That was the Boys and Girls Club school. Used to stand out there before the gates open, and there'd be baseballs flying all over the place, hitting off the building. It was a pretty fun time, chasing them down. Corey Seager right there. So far, the best cards, we've got Jack Caglione, number 1 spot. Probably number 2 is Jacob Mizorowski. You get 4 of those silver sparkles. There's Ryan O'Hearn. I point that out to my wife and say he's out there playing right now. We've got a black, Jorge Soler, so a numbered card. It's numbered to 77 on the black chrome. That was pretty nice. I lamented when I pulled that card. I was like, too bad that's not a good rookie. We'd really have made our money back on that one because that's not an easy pull. There's Ozzie Albies. He's out there at second base in this game as they brought their A-team. They had the starters play for about 6 innings or so before they started pulling everybody. How about Connor Griffin getting sent down? I think that's deserved. He didn't even break 200. Had a good bit of power, good bit of speed. Got sent down to AAA. Got to see his last game, though. He got to play against the Blue Jays and then sent down right after. So far, still nothing. You get some of those reds per box. I didn't do a voiceover either because there's like all these old people just surrounding us. And my wife didn't even want to do this video. She's like, I feel like we've annoyed everybody enough. There's Chase Burns' rookie card because he's just like, it was a jungle gym for him. Like he was watching the game for a little bit there earlier, but then he just really wanted to be on the prowl and was grabbing the lady next to me, grabbing her bracelet. He ripped her bracelet off at one point. You might be like, Jabs, come on, you got to do a better job. But she actually said she didn't mind if he touched her or whatever, touched her arm because he was trying to. There we go. There's a nice hit. That's Bryce Harper. It is an image variation, so a short print in the box. Probably the best hit so far. So Harper, number 1. And then Jack Caglione, number 2. I'd have to comp this one out. I'm hoping, in the back of my mind that I would be able to get my $50 back, but it's no guarantee. It's just nice to rip a box for you guys from the stadium and tell you a little bit about our spring training trip. Curtis Mead in his White Sox uniform. And not much else right there. I don't know how many packs I have left because, just to be honest with you, I'm sitting out in my car right now doing the voiceover for this as I'm editing it because my son is sleeping inside. And he's got, I don't want to wake him up. There's some lullaby music in the background. I don't think we need lullaby music for this video, even though we haven't had a huge hit yet. I don't want to put anybody to sleep. I think this may be our last pack. This might be it. Let's see, there's Will Smith to start it off. So it was fun to rip a box for you guys. The Bryce Harper ended up being the best card. We did see some home runs in this game. I think the Braves hit at least 3 of them. It was a nice way to end the trip, checking this game out. But we're back now. We'll be back breaking cards for you on Tuesday. I hope that you will check it out. We'll be back Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. It's opening week, and as we end this video, we'll show you a couple other additional clips from this trip. One of the things that we also did was we went to Disney World the whole day. On, what day was that? Sunday? And we were there from 9 a.m. until, I think, 10-something p.m. What a long day. It took all day to recover the following day. But Jackson, it was his first ever trip. He's a big fan of Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. He watches it all the time. It's one of his favorite shows. Here's his first career ride on the merry-go-round. There he is at Mickey's Philharmonic, which was like a movie, 3D movie. Those glasses didn't stay on the whole time, unfortunately. Here he is at It's a Small World, which is a classic. I've been riding It's a Small World since the first time I was at Disney. It was the first year we went to Disney, I think it was 1991 or 1992. I remember going there with my mom, and brother. Here's the Hall of Presidents, which we've been going to since the first time I was there. We got it all updated with Donald Trump and Joe Biden and everybody there. It's always cool. They do a pretty nice job. It actually looks like there's all the presidents standing up there. This was probably the most boring ride. It said 5-minute wait time. The wait times weren't bad, by the way. We bought a lightning pass, which you get to select 3 rides to use it on. And it was a complete waste of money. Because I feel like we waited, even with the lightning pass, we waited like 10 minutes. But if we didn't have a lightning pass, it would have been like a 20-minute wait. This was the Jungle Cruise, I think it was. This lady's jokes were just terrible. They were not hitting. It was bad. Like,
hands over here.
Anybody.
That's where I live. It may be a little
bad
late,
joke after bad joke.
but it's home.
Jackson liked it though. I think this is our dinner scene. Sophia picked out a nice restaurant near that Hall of Presidents. It was basically Thanksgiving dinner. Turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, green beans. My favorite meal. Jackson was enjoying it. Here's the Haunted Mansion. I guess they must be remodeling the exterior because they've just got like a picture up. Like a billboard hiding Haunted Mansion, but this is another classic. I don't know if we should take Jackson on or not, but I figured he'd be all right. Actually, we were in here for a lot longer because the ride got stopped and we were stuck. In fact, Jackson ended up falling asleep. We were stuck for probably at least 20 minutes in this ride. It was absolutely terrible. And we'll go ahead and show you. This is coming up. This is where we were stopped at. I remember I took a video of it and sent it to my daughter Elsa and be like, hey, we're stuck here. We're stuck here for like 30 minutes listening to these same 3 spells cast over and over and over again. And after about 30 minutes, we got moving along again and finished the ride up. This is where we were stuck.
Toads in a pond. Let there be music from regions beyond. Wizards and witches, wherever you dwell, give us a hint by ringing a bell. Serpents and spiders, tail of a rat, call in the spirits wherever they're at. Crack on a table. It's time to respond.
All right, everybody, that's pretty much it for this video. I'm going to stop it right here. I'd like to remind you we're going to be live on Whatnot tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for opening week. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Tuesday, tomorrow, we'll have some breaks, which are open right now. The Tuesday and Wednesday breaks. All those teams are available. If you want to go grab your teams, there's a link in the description for both of those shows. We'll also be watching opening day on all day Thursday, and then we'll be live on Wednesday night watching the Yankees versus Giants, which is the opening game of the entire season. So enjoy the rest of the clips. I will have to mute the fireworks because there's copyrighted music in the background, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening, and I'll see you all later. Good night, everybody.